Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Dallas, COWBOYS FANS. Let's get to the news in what could be one of the most significant moves of the NFL offseason. The Dallas Cowboys are reportedly in discussions to acquire Patrick Surtain from the Denver Broncos. Yes, you heard that right. Surtain, one of the league's most shut-down cornerbacks and a proven playmaker, might soon be donning the star on his helmet. This potential trade has been buzzing around the NFL circles, especially after some intriguing hints from insiders like Diana Rossini, who suggests that the Broncos, sitting at an 11-2 record and still very much in playoff contention, are looking to make some cap moves to rebuild their secondary and clear some space for the future. And the Cowboys, with their solid cap space of around $23 million and a strong need for elite cornerback talent, are eyeing this opportunity to bolster their defense for a deep playoff push. Let's break down what this could really mean for Dallas. Patrick Surtain, at just 25 years old, has established himself as one of the premier shutdown corners in the league. His stats in 2025 speak volumes: 26 solo tackles, 11 pass defenses, and a PFF grade of 91.8, which puts him among the very best at his position. That grade is actually top 2 among all cornerbacks in the league, and his catch rate allowed is just 46%. His EPA per target, a crucial stat for measuring impact on plays, is at an impressive -0.40. His career so far has been nothing short of stellar, with 266 tackles, 11 interceptions for 199 yards and 2 touchdowns, and 58 pass defenses since entering the league in 2021. He earned All-Pro honors in 2023, and his coverage ability is elite, with a separation average of just 2.7 yards and YAC allowed at 3.8 yards. Even when injured, like his calf strain that caused him to miss a game in November 2025, he still maintained a coverage grade of 92.3 according to Next Gen Stats, which is indicative of his consistency and high-level performance. Now, why would the Broncos consider trading Surtain? Well, aside from their impressive 11-2 record, the Broncos are navigating some cap constraints, with over $8 million in projected cap space over 2026. They're also focused on rebuilding their secondary with young talent like Mathis, who played over 500 snaps this season. Plus, there's some skepticism about their ability to repeat their success, especially considering their ranking at 13th in the league in points allowed, with about 330 yards per game. Losing Surtain would undoubtedly weaken their back end, especially against those explosive passing offenses, and that's where the Cowboys come into play. Dallas's secondary has been solid but could really use an upgrade, especially on the outside. With Surtain's potential addition, the Cowboys could significantly tighten their pass defense, which currently gives up around 215 passing yards per game, ranking 15th in the league. Projecting Surtain into the mix, that number could drop to around 175 yards per game, a 19% improvement, something that could be the difference in close playoff games. His presence would also allow the Cowboys to move Trevon Diggs into a more versatile role, especially since Diggs is currently recovering from knee surgery, and give them a lockdown corner opposite him, like Bland, who's been outstanding with 5 interceptions in 2025 and a PFF grade of 87.5. This duo could elevate the Dallas pass defense to elite status, similar to what the Broncos achieved during their Super Bowl-winning season in 2015, when their secondary turned into a star shield, with 15 more interceptions after Surtain's rookie year. The potential impact of this trade goes beyond just improving the secondary. It could transform the entire defense into one of the most formidable units in the league, reminiscent of those dominant Cowboys defenses from the 1990s or the 2000s. Imagine a defense where turnovers become more frequent, projected to increase from roughly 1-3 to 2-0 per game, giving Dallas more short fields and scoring opportunities. Historically, adding a player like Ramsey in 2024 elevated the Dolphins' coverage by 16%, and Surtain's addition could have a similar effect on the Cowboys, especially with Williams' shoulder injury making him questionable for the rest of the season. Having Certain would provide much-needed stability and depth against aerial threats, particularly in high-stakes playoff matchups. Looking ahead to the postseason, the Super Bowl odds could see a major shift. Currently, the Cowboys are sitting around +1,800 to win Super Bowl LXI, but with Certain in the fold, those odds could plummet significantly, perhaps to +850, according to BetMGM projections. That's a remarkable change and indicates just how much a single player of Certain's caliber can impact a team's championship odds. This trade would be particularly vital when facing top-tier offenses like the Rams, Kupp, who has amassed over 100 yards this season. Certain's playoff experience, including his 2 interceptions in key postseason moments, could be the difference-maker in elevating Dallas's chances to finally bring home number 6. The comparison to the legendary 2015 Broncos defense is fitting. During that Super Bowl run, their secondary was a nightmare for offenses, and Certain's addition could bring back that kind of intimidating presence. It's as if Dallas is orchestrating a renaissance of their legendary doomsday defense, but in a modern, shiny new form. For Cowboys fans, this is the kind of move that sparks hope, reignites the passion, and signals a serious commitment to chasing that elusive 6th Lombardi trophy. Of course, the trade negotiations are complex, and many factors will influence whether it goes through. The Broncos are likely to seek a first-round pick in 2026 along with a 4th-rounder, and they'll want to clear some cap space, around $24 million, to facilitate their rebuild, especially after trading Sutton, who had 900 yards this season. For Dallas, parting with a first-round pick is always a big decision, but when you're talking about a player of Certain's caliber, it's a move that could define the franchise's next decade of success. The Cowboys have the cap room, the draft capital, and the motivation to make a splash, and all signs point toward this being a real possibility. This potential move also fits perfectly with the Cowboys' blueprint for success. They've been emphasizing building a tougher, more physical team on both sides of the ball, and adding Certain would exemplify that philosophy on defense. With players like Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence already creating pressure, a lockdown corner like Certain would complete the puzzle, giving Dallas one of the most feared defenses in the league. This kind of talent infusion isn't just about the regular season. It's about positioning the team to dominate in the playoffs and ultimately compete for that 6th Super Bowl. As we watch this situation unfold, it's impossible not to get excited. The Cowboys have been in the hunt for a championship for years, and each offseason brings new hope. But this potential trade feels different, like a real game-changer that could set the tone for the next era of Cowboys football. Fans are already dreaming of the possibility of a defense that makes opponents think twice, a unit that can shut down the best in the league, and a team that can finally take that next step and bring home the glory. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think a trade for Patrick Surtain is the missing piece for another Super Bowl run? Would you be willing to give up a first-round pick for a player of his caliber? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news.